back, everything. So,
Okay.
what to take? I'm not going to ask you questions.
If you don't go,
Yes.
oh yeah, look at it. Hi everyone. Okay, my name is Oma. You're very sweet on radio, TV, and social media. Like you can see, I'm all stressed. We went to Okpoko, and I must say, it was really a journey. I wasn't expecting to spend that kind of time because I was so, should I use the word drained, exhausted. But one thing I must say, I have been visiting Okpoko for the past 2 years. I visited Okpoko in 2022. I visited in 2023. I visited sometime this year. And going back to Okpoko today, I must say there are lots of difference. The last time I visited to Okpoko, the roads were not tarred, right? The roads were so bad. But visiting it today, the roads were tarred. A large part of the roads have been tarred. I must really commend the government of Anambra State, currently led by Governor Charles Soludo, who is actually doing a lot to ensure that development gets across all strata in Anambra State. However, like I said, I've been to Upo since 2022 because of this campaign, back to school campaign project, where we go to specifically the Okpoko Group of schools. We identified kids who are from poorest of the poor. They are from very underprivileged homes. We identify them, we give them books because we've had a lot of complaints from teachers that some of these people, they don't come to school with books, they don't come to school with amenities. And while meeting some of these people, I found out that they really do need help. Now, a group of schools is such in a way that in a compound, it has about 8 to 9 schools within that compound. In that particular compound, number one, they don't even have proper toilets. For example, a child comes to school and the child needs to defecate. They do that in the open space. The environment is not even conducive for learning. Like, once you come into that environment, sometimes I wonder what kind of education will such children have. Then the teachers, I've had interaction with the teachers. The teachers, they are not even encouraged, right? They need a lot of encouragement because if you're teaching in a place where the amenities are not right, you come to school, the children, they don't have the books, the children, they look tattered. Even you as a teacher, you'll be discouraged. I must say that the free education which the government of Anambra State, led by Professor Charles Soludo, has given has breached the gap, right? Because a lot of teachers have told me that before now there were lots of pupils that couldn't come to school, but because of this free education, they are now in school, which is an accolade. We really appreciate the governor for introducing free education. It doesn't stop there. We also begging the government to please come to the aid of these pupils in these schools and of course these teachers by providing the basic amenities, something as basic as the leaky roof. In fact, there is a particular school, I think is Okpoko 2, the roofs are so bad such that when it starts raining, any day it rains, definitely there will be no school because the classrooms will be flooded. Okay, the leaky roofs, please, it should be checked. And insecurity is another challenge they are facing there because the security we met, I've always met whenever I go there, says that even after rebuilding those stuff, when they go home, some of these boys who live within the environment still enter the school and they take some of the zincs, they I don't know how they do it, but they end up stealing some of these facilities. So it should be secured, right? And it is such a thing that, education is beautiful. Education is a gift the government should give to her citizen, a gift the parent should give to the child, and a gift the child should accept as well. Education should be made fun. When you go to this Okpoko group of schools, you can't begin to imagine and wonder how they cope, you know, a situation. The last time I visited the school last time. One of the classes that I went to, they didn't have a desk. The kids, they were seated on the floor, bare floor, right? And they were They didn't even have readers. A situation where in a class there are 40 pupils in the class. When it's time for them to do their reading, you just have like 8 people who have readers. Now, if 8 out of 40 they have readers, what happens to 32? That means these 32 will have to patch with the 8. So the government, please, we are really asking for your help to find a way of really coming to the help of these children who are from underprivileged homes. Fine and good. The government of Anambra State, you've given free education. Thank you so much. Please, you can as well do so much more in ensuring that these children have a feel of what it means to be educated. And they can get into their school and they'll feel proud that they are from the school. It doesn't sit well. It will even affect them mentally, psychologically. If they come to a school and the school looks scattered, like the roofs are leaky, the buildings are so bad, dilapidated. If they want to defecate, they can't find a proper place to do that. They do that in open place. If they want to urinate, they come to the open field and they urinate. There is no water. And the compound has like 8 different schools within it, and each school has about over 200 pupils. Now imagine over 200 pupils by 8. Imagine the number of pupils within that compound alone. Please, we are really asking that the government should pay attention to Okpoko Group of schools. It will really go a long way to make these children love education. Once again, we want to say thank you so much to the governor, Charles Soludo. First of all, for the free education. I mean, it's really working because a lot of pupils that couldn't go to school, a lot of parents that could not even pay as little, even before the free education came, their school fees was as little as 1.5. From my experience over the years, I found out that some parents can't even afford that 1,500. Because of the free education, a lot of parents who cannot afford that 1,500 or 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira are able to send their kids to school. And that's a real kudos to the government. Thank you so much. But we are calling upon you to still come and intervene because education is a priority, is a numero uno. It's very important. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Okay, talking about the environment, just say something about that.
My goodness. That place where there was a gully erosion, my God. If I saw one of us that was with us was like, so people live in such an environment. That place is, it's not a place where people should live. Government needs to do something urgently. The fact I spoke with a particular mother who had her child with her, I was asking her, what of it rains? How do you cope? She said that whenever it's raining, that they don't leave. I said, okay, what if you go out, like you go to the market, you went to church and it rains, what will you do? They said, if it starts raining, wherever it is they are, that they are going to stay there until the rain stops. Now imagine they went out and it started raining by 6 p.m. They have to stay wherever it is they are. And by the time they are coming back, it's already dark. How would they get into their houses? Okay? She said something that during 2023 rainy season, that about 12 persons died, 12 children died. They were drowned as a result of that gully erosion within Okpoko. So the government, please, needs to do something as a matter of urgency to please come to the aid of these persons living inside Okpoko. The government is trying, but more is needed. Thank you.
Yeah, what you have to say about your team members, people that went to the talk, yeah, does it mean everything stress? Everything, anything.
Oh my goodness. The thing is that Ozzy, I wasn't expecting that it was going to be this tough. Like, I've always been to Okpoko. And usually I always have a focus of where I'm going. But the places we went to today, I've never been to such places. Even though I knew that Okpoko is a slum. I've never been to that like slum. Like I've never really been to that place. It was an eye opener, a call to duty, a call to service, knowing that we need to do more in what we're doing. Everywhere we find ourselves, living a life of impact is very important. Knowing that there are some people who are suffering, and we need to ensure that the things, the government policies, whatever it is the government is doing, gets to them. Because another thing is when we don't take responsibilities, the children that we train in very beautiful schools, they will grow up to meet these children trained from Okpoko Group of schools. That is why every one of us, we need to do something. As a matter of fact, I didn't share something. While we were in Okpoko Group of schools, a particular young man was roaming around. We were about 14 of us. Immediately the security sighted him. The security ran to me because the security knows me, ran to me and told me he's one of the people. He's one of the people. He's one of the, meaning that he's a thief or something like that. He's a young man who should be in his teens. He should be 18, right? The young man I saw is 18. Now imagine a situation where we decide not to do the right things, where we decide not to take responsibilities. These young men will grow up and they will still meet our children that are well trained. So this is a call to action. We all need to take responsibility. Sometimes we call the government as individuals, we can actually do something even while the government is doing theirs, because it's actually the responsibility of the government to take care of the citizen. Okay, but while the government is doing it, as individuals, we should also take responsibility. Remember, if you think it doesn't concern you today and you send your kids to very top schools, Ivy League schools, amazing schools, Nigeria belongs to all of us. They will grow up and they will meet these children that were not well trained. Your guess is as good as mine what happens. That's more than enough reason for you to take action.
I will drag you back to the I just wanted to express everything you want to say. Tell
Okay.
me about the trip without about the environment of people you met inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was fun. At least I met a lot of people. I met Chisom from Odenigo FM for the first time today. I saw another side of Ozzy. At the point, I kept on. I was like, Ozzy, you're really tired. Though. He said, "Ekuni Ifefo." And I really want to appreciate everyone. Everyone was looking out for each other, And this is a terrain we don't know. And we had our tour guide who was really very good at it, making sure that nobody was left behind. So I think I really enjoyed it. It was time well spent. And I look forward to more trips because we're here to tell the Anambra story, knowing that Anambra is such an amazing place to be in because Anambra holds a lot of promises for every one of us. Thank
Do
you.
something crazy. Do your face like this.
I should do something crazy.
Yes.
Oh, the good.
Yes. Actually, you were this thing.
Can you get Mozzie? I'm done with it. Okay.